All right, everybody. It is a broadcast of the Ebony Star Network, sponsored by the E Nation. Tonight is Conversations with Lady Dame. You know who she is. She's everybody's favorite auntie. She's my partner in crime. We're going to be chopping it up tonight about, how tired black women are. There's a lot of things going on out there in YouTube. Crazy things being said about black male babies and such. Stupid Negroes don't know how to benefit their own women and children. So we're gonna cue it up tonight, have a nice discussion about it. Hope you enjoy it. So it's coming up right now. Conversations with Lady Dame. All right, Damester, drop it.
There's a hole in my heart, my soul.
All right. This song represent how all the black women feel, especially in this YouTube street. And that's what's going on right now. The black women are tired. They're tired of all the bull shit black men are sprouting. They tired of being uh, the excuse for everything that's gone wrong in the community. They tired of being the punching bag, the scapegoat, the excuse. They're just tired. And so I think what's going on now, with what the women said about not having any children or so-called aborting, it's just they just frustrated. They tired. They're shaking it up, and y'all not giving them any reason to believe otherwise. You know, they're hoping to shock y'all into seeing the stupid things y'all say. And what does it? What is Ashley saying? You pretty much saying we can kill ourselves off. All right. So, our topic tonight is how Black men should benefit their women and children. And to help me with this, my partner, the Black Knight, as a Black man, he can speak more on this subject than I can.
What up, what up, what up? What up, Lady Dane? Shout out to the E Nation. Shout out to Conversations with Lady Dane. Black Knights in the building. How y'all feeling?
Just as the song said, tired and frustrated.
Yeah. You know, it's frustrating as a Black man when a Black woman asks a Black man how he could be a benefit to his women and children, and he don't know any answers. It's really embarrassing. You know, it's really embarrassing to us as Black men. You know, we have too many sellouts out here today. You know, the Black man today, like I said, he's not worth two nickels to rub together. And you wonder why the Black women are talking crazy the way they are right now. It's because of you sorry ass niggas today. You know, you guys ain't about worth shit. Making dumbass videos like pump and dump. I still can't believe they made that video, man. That's got to be the dump. How do you make something like that and you don't feel embarrassed? I don't know what's wrong with you Negroes today, man. But you know, we're gonna get into how you should benefit your women and children, since you guys don't know how to fucking answer a simple ass question. We're gonna give you some pointers on some things that you probably should say. You're asked that question by a Black woman. Shout out to people coming into the chat. Okay. All right, Dane, you ready to kick it off?
Yes, let's get to it.
All right. Now, in no particular order, one of the main things you should be concerned with right off the bat as a benefit to your women and children is acquiring resources. If you don't acquire resources, then you cannot take care of your women and children. I mean, that's not rocket science, is it? But to some of you dumbass niggas, it is. It's Chinese arithmetic. All right, so let me say it a little slower. Acquire resources, specifically financial resources. Without those resources, you cannot take care of a wife and child, okay? And you can't provide a roof over their head. You can't do anything. So you have to, one of the benefits to your women and children is stable resources acquired by you. And those resources must be maintained in order for your women to nest in environments so they can properly take care of the children and they can be themselves. So acquiring resources is one of the ways that you benefit your women and children. Why? Because hold on one second. Because those resources are going to allow you to do everything else, right? Mm-hmm. Second thing, secure food, clothing, okay? Your children need food. Your women need food. They need adequate clothing. They also need a roof over their head, a stable roof, okay? So you need to, another way you benefit your women and children is probably providing a way for them to have food consistently, on a consistent basis. Hold on one second. Okay. Food on a consistent basis, clothing, access to clothing, all right, medical, all right, medical. You have to make sure you secure medical for your women and children. You have to make sure that you maintain an environment over the head of your women and children. So you need a home. You also need adequate transportation. There's another way you benefit your women and children. Okay? Now, protection. You have to protect your environment that you have your women and children residing in. Without adequate protection, your woman can never rest. She can never feel comfortable because she's always worried about danger. She's always worried about a situation. When you rent an apartment and you have a woman in, you should never rent an apartment and get married. See, a lot of you guys got it backwards. See, when you're renting, you can never bring real peace to your marriage because there's always a chance that you will become evicted. All right? So you must get a home. I said before, marriage is for the strong men, not for the weak men. So if you cannot provide any of these resources, you need not get married. Only strong men who can provide these resources and maintain these resources on a consistent basis are the ones who should get married. You need a home for a marriage, not an apartment. An apartment isn't a home. An apartment is temporary shelter. Okay? Temporary shelter. That's another thing that's wrong with you Nagas now. You don't have any sense of ownership. You don't want to own anything. You want to be a dependent. You depend on other people to survive. This doesn't bode well with your women and children because they're depending on you and you're depending on someone else. So a benefit to your women and children is that you be the one that they depend on and you're the boss. You got everything together. You own the home, you own the car, you own the business. All of the financial resources are coming from you, right? The immediate husband, the immediate father. This is another way that you benefit your women and your children by owning your home, owning your transportation, which is your car, owning your money, owning your own job, a business. This is another reason. This is how you benefit your wife and children. Now, another way you are a benefit to your woman is the treatment of your woman. You treat your woman with love and kindness, and you make her feel special. And you set the standard of beauty for her so that no other men can come in and take her away from you and set the standard of beauty the way you have allowed thus far. The Chinese man that snuck in behind you and set the standard of beauty for your woman. Now she's going to him every time you turn around, buying hair and all kinds of other shit, nails or whatever. That's because you failed. You dropped the ball. You haven't set the standard of beauty for your own woman. So you set the standard, but you tell your woman she's beautiful. You get the things that she needs so she can allow herself to feel beautiful. You see, you need to be the man, the person that she can rely on, the person that she can turn to, okay? If she needs a job, you have to be able to employ her. So that means that you need to build stable places where she can be gainfully employed. Also, you have to build infrastructure for your children. They need schooling. These are the ways that you benefit your women and children. And again, your resources must be consistent and they must be maintained. Because with stable resources, if your woman needs something, she can have it. If your kids need something, they can get it. You understand? This is how you benefit your women and children. When she comes to you and asks questions, you have answers. When she comes to you and she needs something done, you'll get it done. She doesn't have to call outside of you to get something done. She just needs to go to you and say, hey, A, B, C, and D, and you finish the sentence with the rest of the alphabet. This is how you benefit your women and children. This is how you become a benefit to your women and children. Okay? You have to be able to provide these things as a man. See, a lot of you dumb doofuses don't get it. Making stupid ass pump and dump videos is not a way that you benefit your women and children. You must create a salubrious environment for your women and children to thrive in. What is a salubrious environment? It is a place that is beneficial to one's health, a serene place. So you create an environment that is beneficial to the health and well-being of your wife and your children. This is how you become a benefit to them. You understand? Again, infrastructure. Your women and children need infrastructure, places of gainful employment, places of education, places of leisure and entertainment. You must provide these things. You also have to be a good father to your children. Raise your children. Have your children schooled properly from the infrastructure that you have built around them. Also, treat your woman right. Love your woman. Here's another thing that will be a benefit to your women and children. Love your children. Love your woman. Don't hate your woman. Don't sit up here and call her all kinds of B's when she puts on weight because she's pregnant. You know, don't call her names like fat ass and, you know, all kinds of crazy shit like that, right? Love your woman. This is how you become a benefit, okay? Also, you be loyal. This is very important. Loyalty to your women and children. Your financial resources must stay with your women and children. There are no exceptions. If your financial resources go outside your women and children to foreign women, then you have broken the code. You have become disloyal to your women and children. Right? I don't want to hear shit about, well, I'm in a relationship with somebody I love. No, you owe your loyalty to your black woman. You see, because if you don't love the black woman, then you don't love your race. Because your race begins with the black woman. She is the reason why your race exists, because she can give birth to herself and to you. So she can reproduce herself and she can reproduce you. That is your race. She is your race. So if you don't love her, you don't love your people. You don't love your race. I don't want to hear shit about, well, fuck a white woman. A white woman does not reproduce you. A Latino woman does not reproduce you. A woman in Russia does not reproduce you. Only the black woman can reproduce you. That is who you give your loyalty to. You don't go outside of her talking about you love your race. You see, if you come to me with a white woman as a girlfriend telling me that you pro-black, I'm going to dismiss you as pro-black and see you as a traitor. You don't love your race because you don't love your woman and you're not loyal to your black woman. You see, you guys hate being pro.
All right.
I'm not a swirler. Uh-oh, did I boy out?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the last thing you heard?
Okay, last thing I heard is that you're not a swirler.
Right, I'm not a
No.
swirler. See, I'm 100% pro-black. You guys ain't got the guts to be pro-black because being pro-black for real requires you to be loyal to your black woman. Fiercely loyal. And put no other woman over her, beside her, nowhere around her. The white woman ain't got no business near a black woman. You should never put a white woman over a black woman. Are you insane? That's the worst woman. That's the last woman. A white woman? Seriously? If you married to a white woman, you're a race traitor. You with a white woman, you're a race traitor. You don't love your race. I can't look at you as somebody who's for black people. You walking around here with a snow bumpy. Are you crazy? Like I said, loyalty to your race begins with you loving the black woman and being fiercely loyal to her, because if you are loyal to her, then you are loyal to your people, because she is your race. She is the reason why your race exists. So your loyalty is to her. She's walking around here now talking crazy because you're a punk, because you have been disloyal. You have been disrespectful. You have been ungrateful. You've been a piece of shit. So she has no other recourse but to shun you and stand against you, as you have taken up a negative stance against her. Unbelievable. You bastards are so ungrateful. You know that these women spend days in labor and agonizing pain to bring us knuckleheads into this world? And this is how you repay her, by being absolutely disrespectful, blasphemous, making stupid ass videos, being immature, being disloyal, by going out with these snow bumpies. So, getting back on track, this is how you benefit. The things that I just said are the ways that you can benefit your women and children. If you cannot do those things, you cannot be a benefit to your women and children. And loyalty is very, very important. If you cannot be fiercely loyal to the black woman, then you cannot be a benefit to her or your children. And I'm going to stop there and let the lady Damester catch up. Jump on in there, Damester.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. All right. So I agree. You're right about the first point. Instead of wasting your energy trying to date, you should be getting your resources together. So, and then once your resources are together, the three main ones: the home, the transportation, and home, transportation. What's the? Let me see. And we're not talking about rent. We're talking about buying, owning your home, owning your car.
Yeah, you shouldn't even get married. Right. You shouldn't even get married if you don't have a home. Now, a lot of you make excuses, right? Because you're so weak-minded. You don't want to go out here and kick ass and take names like a real man. So you can get a small one-family house. They don't cost that much. Mm-hmm. All they require is a little bit of money down and a stable job. And you can get one of these small one-family homes. You ain't got to get no $200,000, $300,000 house. You just need a decent home so your woman can nest in environments. You niggas is getting apartments. That's not a home. That's temporary shelter, and that is not controlled by you. Another man who's over you have the final say and can control your destiny. That makes your woman nervous. She keeps that in the back of her mind. You have to alleviate her worries. You see, you niggas don't get it. The woman is the prize, okay? Once you make her happy and she's stabilized, she will open up things for you that you can't even imagine. You have no idea what she does to you just simply by being with you. And how people look. People look at you differently when they see you with your wife. And they see how you take care of your wife. They grow in admiration and respect for you. Because a woman is a beautiful thing. The Bible tells you when you find a wife, you find a good thing. A good thing. Mm-hmm. She's an asset to you. She can help you in so many ways you can't even think of. But when you mistreat her, you don't get access to these things. So you don't get access to all that love she has inside that she's waiting to pour all over you because you're doing the right thing as a man. See, once you're doing the right thing As a man, then she can just sit back and pour all that love on you like it's going out of style. But you niggas can't get to that because you keep mistreating her. You out here sounding real fucking stupid, disrespecting her and being disloyal. That's why she walking around here right now talking crazy, because you're a disloyal son of a bitch. You're disloyal. You should be embarrassed. Your loyalty should lie with the women that bring you into this world. That's where your loyalty lies. I don't give a fuck about what nobody else is saying. I don't give a fuck about what no Chinese man is saying, no green man. I don't give a fuck. Your loyalty is to the women that bring you into this world. The women that agonize over you in labor for days to bring you into this world. The women that face death fearlessly so that you may have life is where your loyalty should lie. There are no exceptions. And don't bring me no weak ass argument about some white chick that was with you when you had nothing. I don't want to hear that. That means nothing to me. Your loyalty is to the black woman. That is where your loyalty is supposed to be. That is your race. You love her, you love your people. You don't love her, you don't love your people. You are disloyal to her, then you are disloyal to your people. That is what it is. I'm sorry, Dave, I get carried away. You got to stop me sometime. You know how passionate I get.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So okay. So
I'll be right back.
yeah.
I'm frozen.
Oh, okay. So as I was saying, I personally don't think you should even waste time dating, let alone married. You know, until you got yourself together and in order. You own your home, you own your car, and you got steady income. Yeah, yeah. And because you're gonna switch your focus up, and you put yourself at at risk of creating a family before you have everything together. So shouldn't even be dating at that time. As you get to all your energy should be on those things, and having a nice cushion, save up, you know, and yeah, and also you should. So yeah, so supposed to get all yourself together. You know, that's how you be a benefit to the women and children. Even before you have them, you know you plan on having them, so you're already preparing for them. You making a place for them, and the next thing is protect your environment. We're not talking about just inside the home or just your house. We're talking about your neighborhood, your community. You know, you got to prepare the neighborhood and the environment and the community. Got to be in it, you know, to do the things you need to make sure the environment is salubrious, even outside the house. You know, yeah. So if you got all these bad elements in the neighborhood, and you're not trying to get together with other like-minded men to get this under control, to get it out of the neighborhood. Mm-hmm.
Right. And another thing too, right? You have to be completely loyal. That means with everything, even your resources. You don't take your resources that you acquire and take them away from your women and children. That's not benefiting them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't take your resources and give them to white women. That's not benefiting your race. You don't take your resources and give them to white women. Let me say it one more time. You don't take your resources away from your women and children and give them to white women. That's disloyalty. That tells the black woman that you hate your race.
Mm-hmm.
And you're a disloyal son of a bitch. And you're ungrateful. You're ungrateful.
Mhm.
How do you take your resources and give them to a white one? When do white women give you any resources? I bet none of you niggas who are with a white woman can say that she gave you any resources. They don't do that. All they do is take from you. So why are you giving them resources? You don't get nothing from them. The black woman gives you the shirt off her back. Don't even get me started about the acts of kindness that I've seen from black women. Even I have been on the receiving end of the kindness from black women. I've had black women do a lot of stuff for me throughout my life, out of the kindness of their heart. They didn't ask me for nothing back. They didn't ask me to do anything. Okay? When do Becky's do that for you? When do these snow bumpies do anything for you other than try to get you killed when you can no longer provide any financial resources? When you broke and they done with you and you don't take no for an answer, they go and call their man, their real man, the white man. He shows up with a badge and a gun and gets you up out of there. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, yeah, and we're not including you f boys that are just hobosexuals. You just basically her
Alpha,
living breathing dildo.
you talking about the alpha feminine black males?
Oh, I'm talking about the walking breathing dildos. That's all they are. They just sex toys. But yeah, they are the uh alpha feminine male. They want to be taken care of. And if
Yeah.
they find a Becky that's willing to take care of them, they want to nest. They want to.
Yeah, you got all these alpha feminine males like Shaka Amos walking around here in a black dress, thinking he a dominant black woman. You got to be kidding me, man. This stuff is awful. But this is how there's many ways. I'm surprised that none of you Nagas can't even answer a question like that. You don't know how to benefit your women and children. You don't know how to be a benefit to your women and children. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Many of you should be ashamed of yourself. You can't answer a question like that. You don't know how to benefit your women and children. Then what the hell are you doing around here for then? You don't know how to be a benefit to them? You're
You know what?
crazy.
Mhm. Yeah, you know what's even more shameful? The women that backs them up and support them can't even say the same thing.
Nah, you're
They
supposed to
didn't
be a
even think
great,
of the question.
hold on one second. You're supposed to be a great benefit and asset. Not just a benefit, but an asset to your women and children. They should be able to depend on you. You're supposed to be the go-to guy. Your woman should be able to depend on you for everything. Something goes wrong, she call you, you handle it. She ain't got to call outside of you. Let me call my husband. She calls you up, honey, A, B, C, and D. You be like, okay, baby, I got it. I'm on my way. That's the way it's supposed to go down. Okay, that's how you're being the benefit. You're being the benefit to her. She could just make one phone call. She ain't got to make a phone call all over creation and talk to this one and that one and get put on hold. All she got to do is make one simple phone call to her husband, explain what the situation is, and he takes care of it.
Mhm.
That's a benefit to them. You understand?
Okay. Okay, so Max, for those that didn't know any better and they did things backwards, where they got married and then bought the house, or they had uh, a child before they established those resources.
I'm sorry, say it again. I was
I
busy being
said,
angry. Go ahead.
I saying for those who did things backwards because nobody was Nobody told them. They went dating first and ended up creating a
Okay,
family. Hmm.
okay. If you end up creating a family, what you have to do is sit down and take a look at where you are with your family. Okay, what's needed? What is it that you have? What is it that you don't have? And what's needed? Now you got the real information. You did it backwards. Okay, it's time to set it right. Now, obviously, you can't go back to the beginning, but you can straighten out what you have at the moment. So you sit down and you assess what's going on. Okay, what do we have versus what we don't have, and what's needed. Once you answer those questions, then you go from there. Once you figure that out, because I don't know what you need or whatever, once you figure out what you need, you acquire that. Okay? Then you need to change your attitude. You need to change your mentality. Become more ownership oriented and start looking to own. If you don't have anything, any asset, you need to go acquire one. If you're renting, you need to get a house ASAP. ASAP. You need to get a house ASAP. All it is a down payment. Okay, some of them $2,000, $3,000, $1,500. I've seen people make $500 payments, down payments to get a house. Like I said, you ain't got to go big. Go for something you can afford. But get your women and children out of that apartment and into a stable environment, a home that you can call your own. So your woman can, I guarantee you, if you take your woman out of the apartment and put her in a house, watch her whole mentality change. You're going to think she's a different person. No, she's not a different person. That's who she's been the whole time. She just couldn't be herself because she was always worried.
Hmm.
You're going to think she's a different person. Watch how her whole mentality change. Watch how happy she becomes. Watch how she cracks a smile you ain't never seen before. Because you've taken her out of a terrible environment to where she's worried all the time to now that she can nest. She can let her hair down. She can relax. She can be a woman. She can be a mother. She can be a wife. She's chilling. She can have conversations with her friends about decorating the house, picking out colors for the curtains and all that women stuff. Okay? You've just provided a stable environment for her, a potential salubrious environment, because you still have work to do to make it salubrious. You have to treat her right. You have to love her. You have to take care of your kids. You have to make sure that there's things in that environment that is conducive to your children learning. You have to make sure that there are things in that environment that's conducive to your woman wanting to be there. If you got a home to where your wife never wants to leave, you got a beautiful environment. You got a beautiful environment. As soon as she walk out that door, she can't wait to get back home. You got a beautiful environment. Trust, pat yourself on the back. If you get them to that point, the way they never want to leave the house, because they love the environment that's in the house, you done did an excellent job.
Hmm.
You done created a beautiful, salubrious environment to where she don't even want to leave the goddamn house. Pat yourself on the back. And as soon as she leaves, she can't wait to come back home. Pat
Okay.
yourself on the back. Go ahead.
Okay. Now, what if we got these dudes? They had no intention to get married. It was a one night stand, and they got caught, and
First of
there's a
all,
baby.
you shouldn't be doing no one night stands. That's stupid and immature. Okay? A grown man doesn't do that. A grown, mature man does not play games with a woman's feelings and does not accidentally make babies he can't take care of. One night stands and pumping and dumping, that's childish and immature. Grow the fuck up. Grow up. Stop being a fucking teenager. All that pumping and dumping shit, That's teenage thinking. That's juvenile. That is not the behavior of an adult male. That is not the behavior or thought pattern of an adult, mature male. Okay? You notice the stupid ass niggas in that pump and dump video was extremely immature. They look like grown ass kids. And they sound stupid. Get this one night stand shit. Get that shit out of your mind. Grow the fuck up. Become a man. A man is responsible. A man does not go around here making babies he can't take care of. A grown, mature man does not pump and dump or play with a woman's feelings or play with the lives of children. Stop being immature and grow the fuck up.
Okay. All right. So.
My bad. I didn't mean to curse, but you know, sorry about that.
I cursed earlier, so it's okay. All right. So okay. So he was immature, and there's a baby, but he ain't really into the mother that much. Where should he be concentrating his efforts?
Wait a minute, what?
Okay. The situation happened. He had one night stand. He was immature, and there's a baby. He don't have no relationship with the mother. He's trying to establish a relationship with the child. Where his energy and effort should be at?
Well, you got a relationship with the mama now. Because you got a child involved.
Okay.
So now you got a relationship whether you want one or not. And your job as a father is to take care of that child. That should be your number one priority, take care of your child. Mm-hmm. I don't give a damn if you don't like the mama or not. You may as well get used to having her around because she is the baby's mother. All right? Mm-hmm. So you didn't have a relationship with her before, you got one now. If you didn't want one with her, then you should have been reckless and irresponsible. Now you have to grow up and be a man and do the right thing and be responsible and take care of your child. That's what you do. There is no other answer. There is no, well, should I pay for child support? No. Grow up, be responsible, and take care of your child. Establish a decent relationship with your child's mother, a respectable one, and take care of your child. Next.
Okay. Now, what if he had a relationship with the child's mother, but he screwed up and they no longer together? They broke up. It's kind of bad.
That don't mean nothing. That still ain't got nothing to do with your child. Mm-hmm. You and her ain't got nothing to do with your child. You broke up with her. Y'all had a bad relationship. Okay. That don't stop you from taking care of your child. What I suggest you do is try to work it out with her to have a respectable relationship. That's what an adult would do. Talk to her on a calm level. Say, hey, we have this child to think about. You know, it's not about you and me. It's about this child. Mm-hmm. Show her that you're serious about taking care of your child. She'll let you take care of her. She ain't got to like you. Mm-hmm. It's about the children. Take care of your child. You owe it to your children or your child to do everything you can to take care of your child. Mm-hmm. You owe that to your child. You owe that to your children. Never mind what everybody else is talking about. Never mind if somebody don't like you or not. That ain't got nothing to do with you taking care of your responsibility.
Okay. All right. Now.
Oh, one more thing.
Oh, go ahead.
I don't want to hear nothing about, well, your mother, she won't let me see the child. The only way I've seen women that won't let their father see the children is if the father is abusive to the child. That's the only case I ever seen where a mother did not want the father around the child. And if that's the case, she's right. If you're abusive to the child, she shouldn't want you around the child. But that's the only thing I've seen. I've never seen a black woman stop a black father who wants to take care of his children, stop him from taking care of his children. That don't even make any goddamn sense. They chasing you niggas all over the planet for child support. Why would they stop you from taking care of your child? That makes no damn sense. Like I said, the only case I've seen is when the father is physically abusive to the child. Then the mother is scared and won't let the father see the child without see. And even then, it has to have supervision. It has to be supervised visits.
Mm-hmm.
She'll still let you see the child, but it has to be supervised visits. She just don't want you to see the child by yourself because she's afraid of the child's safety. That's the only time I've seen that. I've never seen women just willy-nilly, I don't like this nigga, so I'm not going to let him see his child. I ain't never seen that. And that don't even, and like I said, that don't even make any damn sense. All this child support black women are trying to go after, and she got a man that's willing to take care of his child, and she gonna say no? What kind of sense does that make? Does that make any sense to you, Dane?
No, that is not.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Now, okay, for back to the men that they have a good relationship and stuff like that, but their outside environment, outside the home, is not salubrious. It got too many bad elements in there. What can he do to get rid of the bad elements?
Well, if you're outnumbered and you can't get rid of the bad elements, you need to pack your family up. First of all, you need to go and scope out another place to where that environment, where that element doesn't exist. Okay, and you can build a stronger environment and put adequate protection around your environment. Once you find that area, pack your family up and move them there. You owe it to your family to make sure that they are in a secure environment. If the area that you're in is dangerous, it's too much shit going on, scope out the area to where you can provide adequate protection. All right, and pack your family up and move. That's your job as a father and a husband to make sure your family is safe. What's that?
Okay.
Hello?
So he shouldn't. Hello.
Okay, did I bore you
Can you
out?
hear me?
Yeah, did I bore you out?
No.
Well, why did you
No,
cut
didn't
me
bug
off?
out. I didn't. I shifted position and you heard the noise.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so go ahead.
Oh, okay. So he shouldn't. So he shouldn't try to change the environment where he's at by.
No,
Mm-hmm.
no, because that can be dangerous. You can lose your life because you're talking about an environment that's riddled with violence. If it's like that, it's time to go. Okay, scope out another environment, find a more peaceful place to go where there's not that kind of violence. Acquire a home there, and pack your family up and move. Because as a leader and a husband and a father, you owe it to your wife and your children to make sure that they are in an environment that is free of violence and secure. So you pack your family up and you move. Move to a more safer environment to where you can create a salubrious environment.
Even if it's required, even if he has to move out of state.
Yes. Even if you have to move out of the state. The protection of your family should be a priority to you. The safety of your women and children should be of the utmost importance to you. And if you need to move out of the state to achieve that, then that's what you must do. I mean, it's no excuse making here. You do what you're supposed to do as a husband and as a father. You don't make any excuses.
Okay.
Next.
Okay. I don't. I think I covered just about everything that I was thinking of. Um. Okay. All right. So there's a lot of talk that women should be very selective about the men they get involved with and have children with.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Now it's starting to sound
Yeah.
like a little bit like selective um, breeding, but then again,
Mm-hmm.
we're being told that hey, we need to choose better. So isn't
Well,
choosing
you have to.
better and being selective the same thing?
Well, yeah, but you have to understand, selective breeding doesn't work. Selective breeding will breed. Uh, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Will create like a psychotic mentality. Okay, because you have to understand something. You have to be crazy to selectively breed in the first place. You can't play God. You can't choose to either murder or not bring certain people into this world in favor of what you think is always good. Understand something. As human beings, we can never achieve perfection. So if you're only going to breed with good people, right, you're setting yourself up for failure, because even in good people, you can still have a bad bunch. And the reason for that is because we cannot achieve perfection. You're attempting to achieve perfection by only breeding with what you think are the best people or the good people. You can't achieve perfection. It's going to backfire on you. It's going to backfire you. You may end up breeding strong criminals, good criminals. You see, good has a whole bunch of different things to it. Hold on one second. Oh, shit. Hold on one second.
All right.
Yeah, you see, good has. Hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah, you see, good has a lot of things to it. See, good means good when you have balance, right? When you have evil to balance it out. But if you take away the evil, then the good will split itself in two. It will create a bad side of good, because you cannot achieve perfection. So you may end up breeding some good ass criminals or some good murderers. You know, people that you can't figure out. They may be too good at what they do. You may end up breeding some people you can't stop. So you got to be careful about selective breeding. It really doesn't work. It can backfire on you in a major way. You can end up breeding some psychotic people, because it's psychotic to begin with to selectively breed. You got to be crazy to talk about. You're not God. You don't get to determine who lives and who doesn't. That's insanity. You know,
Mm-hmm.
surely a woman can decide not to have a child. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about the people who are running around here talking about aborting this and killing. Man, you're out of your fucking mind. You can't just sit up here and only mate with good people. don't work that way. If you got a problem with dereliction, then what you have the best you can do in this world is to minimize evil, minimize bad things. You're never going to get rid of bad behavior totally. It's never going to happen. Even if you decide to breed with just good people, they're going to end up having bad behavior too, because they're not perfect. You're never going to get rid of bad behavior. It's not meant for you to get rid of every wrong thing. We have to live with some bad things. Okay, life is about balance. Okay, it's about balance. You have to have balance. You can't just have one side, or that one side will create another side of its own. Hold on one second. What the fuck?
Okay. So, all right. So, and even then, as I said before, the good and the bad, they'll look alike for a while. You won't know until you in it if you got a so-called good man. And even
Yeah,
then, it's
some
gonna be
people think.
something about
Yeah,
him that's gonna.
yeah. Some people think that they're going to like get rid of all of the bad in the world. That's unrealistic thinking. You can't do that. The best you can do is just minimize dereliction. Okay, you're gonna always have derelict dudes, but you can minimize that by properly raising your boys. All you can do is minimize evil and minimize bad. You can't get rid of it. You can't breed it out. Okay, you can't selectively breed it out. You may end up creating something even worse if you try to selectively breed it out, simply because human beings cannot achieve perfection. And if you try, you may end up creating something even worse than what you had before. You ever see a good evil person or an evil good person? You ever seen one of those? You may end up creating one of those.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. You said that we have to raise the boys properly to cut down on dereliction, but that's exactly the issue. The men are not raising or helping to raise the boys, and there's only so much the mothers can do.
Well, oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what's bringing all these arguments to the forefront. That's why some women thinking, I'm not gonna have it, any boys because I can't raise the boy to be a good upstanding man. There's a higher chance that he'll be a derelict because she's by herself. She either don't have any male relatives that could be the male role model. No, to stand in for the father who refusing to be a father,
Mm-hmm.
or he believes in throwing money at the problem, and he ain't part of the child's life, or the father got so
Damn, I got it.
many.
Damn,
Huh?
1 second. I gotta get off for a minute.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Okay. I gotta get past this detour.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right. Okay. So as I was saying, this is part of the problem. This is what's bringing these things to a head. Okay. So we got a bunch of men who don't want to take care of their children. They crying about child support, but instead of getting together and try to change the laws, they blaming the women for putting them on child support, which wouldn't have to do if you was taking care of your children financially. So they screaming about child support, or that they got some twisted thought in their mind that women are having a baby to get their money. Yeah. So we got this mindset of men, and they don't want to take care of. They don't want no involvement with their kids. They don't want to take care of their kids. And in fact, they they want nothing to do with their children. They blaming the mothers. The mother, they making excuses like the mother won't let me be in my child's life. That don't fly with me, because I've seen many men who had that situation. They kept at it. They swallowed their pride, worked out things with the mother, and so they can spend uh, be involved in their child's life. Oh, they didn't let it stop them. I seen men who gone to jail because they weren't supposed to be at the school, but they wanted to be there to support their child in whatever endeavor. Was it the school play, the game, whatever it was the child was involved with, and they showed up anyhow, and they were very determined. But the number one they did was they got past their pride, they got past their anger, and they worked things out with the mother. But you got a whole slew of men who don't want to do that, because then that means they will have to have a relationship with their child. And there's a whole slew of women who's not doing anything to keep them. They're using like one or two women that have done this as an example for every black woman is keeping them from a child. No, that's not the case. The majority of the time you look into it, he made promises to come see the child, come take the child, spend the child to spend time with them, and never showed up. Yeah, and the mothers are getting tired of seeing their child heartbreaking every time their father breaks a promise to them. Hey, say it ain't so. Yeah, so so we're not accepting that excuse. More often than not, I've seen it where it's pride and anger, or it was about the mother, and since she's having nothing to do with him because of whatever reason she has, he ain't having nothing to do with the child. Mm-hmm. Or he's like, I paid the child support. What more do you want? I paid the child support. That's all you wanted. In fact, it was in that crazy video. I paid the child support. If you need more, hey, go to Walmart. The child always need more. The children need more all the time. That's why even in the most stable homes, it's a 2-income family to provide everything for the family. So they're thinking, oh, okay, I paid the money. That should be enough. No. The child needs you. You their father. They need all the love they can get, even when they're being disagreeable. They're being they misbehaving. They're not acting right. They still need to be loved, to know that their parents love them, and and care about them, and has and wants to get to know them and be a part of their life. Yeah. Even if the father's not actually living in the house, the father could still be a father. I've seen it. But hey, as I said, there's solutions out there. You just don't want to take it. You want to mope and whine and cry instead of coming up with a solution. People give you solutions and you make excuses on them. Don't even try them. Yeah. A lot of reasons the time the mother's giving custody to the child because the man don't go to court. Um, he don't argue his case. The child support. He don't argue his case for why it shouldn't be that much. You don't say, "Hey, I no longer have that job, so I no longer have that income," um, or they drop my hours, or hey, COVID has cut in, and I'm not making the money like I used to. So they also don't be there to custody. You know, do they want to be primary? That means they have the primary a child. The only time I hear about them screaming about they want custody of the children is they believe then they want primary so they don't have to pay child support. Uh-huh. You paying child support one way or the other. Idiot. You gotta still feed, clothe the child. That requires money. Schooling. Oh, don't to mention doctors. Better have them on your medical. Doctors, dentists. Oh my goodness. I hadn't had to think about this in oh so long. Um, but that's the reason why y'all should not be dating right now. Y'all supposed to be getting your resources together. Supposed to be getting your own, owning your home, owning your car. If you still paying a lease mortgage, you don't own it yet, but you are establishing ownership. Yeah, and car payments. Mm-hmm. So I don't think you should be fixated so much on dating. So I don't see the purpose of these dating coaches. Mm-hmm. So, and part of is establishing, a salubrious environment. You got to get involved in what's going on in the world, in the political world, especially when it comes to stuff like you got children, school board. You got to be all up on top of the school board, all on top of the schools. Um, you know how many fathers have actually seen at the schools? It's always the mother, the mother, the mother. I see mothers, grandmothers. I even seen aunties. I ain't seen fathers. Now I've seen one or two grandfathers, but that's because the child's acted up and his mother couldn't come and get him, and he happened to be off at the time. And uh, the grandfather I seen was along the same line as those of you who have heard the Black Knight talk about his dad along that line. They ain't putting up with that. No. Oh, you're not going home. You're staying here. Gonna do what the teachers tell you. And be like, but they did. I don't care what they did. What did I tell you to do? If I have to come back in here, it's gonna be me and you. Did you hear me? Yes, sir. But that was his father figure in his life because his father wasn't there. Grandpa come in and crack down. There's too many boys screaming and hollering, but she did. Fathers don't care about what she did or anybody else did. It's like what I told you. What did I tell you? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Potential. All right, Kendall, what potential? Yeah. Yeah. Father's Day, I've seen more grandfathers get Father's Day cards than fathers because, hey, that's who's raising them. The lucky ones, they got their grandfathers, their mother's father, not their father's father, their mother's. Only thing I've seen is a case where it was an uncle on the father's side because he was disgusted with his brother. And he couldn't control his brother, but he ensured he knew his nephew, and was there to be the man in his life. So when he's acting up, the mother don't call the father. That's how bad it got, and that's how bad his brother is. And when her son acts up, they don't call the father. They call the uncle, because the uncle put his foot down. His uncle gonna be there. The uncle be there for all his events. You know. hmm Teach him, how to be a man. Try to get him away from his mom. So he, as he put it, don't be sissified. Sissified, you know. But he also got uncles on his mama's side. But anyway, I'm getting off track here. Yeah, so that's the issue. If the men are not helping to raise the children, to especially the boys, to cut down on the dereliction among the men, what is to be done? So if you leave it up to the woman and is extreme, especially now they got to the point that they're dangerous, they're killing women and children, they're beating up on women and children, they don't know how to take rejection. Even the nice, polite one, oh no, thank you, you can't even say I'm involved or I'm married. They're not accepting that. Um, or they kill off the mother, their children, or the children, you know, are they in gangs and they shooting up anybody and everybody just to try to get the person they after. So when black women are faced with the boys that they love and raised and grew up, that turn around and hate them and tries to kill them, or if not them, their mothers, then the women in their lives, you start to think of, okay, there's nothing I can do. I did all I can, and it's not enough. And it seemed to be better not to have any more boy children. I can obviously I can raise a girl to be a woman, but I can't raise a boy to be a man. So, and that's when you get into the extremes of.
Well, you see, that's okay. Let me tell you something about that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
A woman, a woman can raise a boy to be a man. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
you can't. Okay, a boy is not a man.
Uh-huh.
So when you get to them when they're young and you instill certain ideals in them and reinforce those ideals as they get older, they can grow and define young men. A woman doesn't have to raise a man. All she has to do is raise a boy.
Okay.
Boys aren't men. So if she instills the right ideals in him while he's young and tell him who he is and what he's about while he's young, she can incorporate those ideals in him while he's young and reinforce them as he gets older. He'll grow into a fine young man.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing that women get caught up in, right? They think that they have to raise a man. You ain't got to raise a man. You just got to raise a boy. A boy isn't a man. Instill the proper ideals into a boy. Find out what men teach. Teach these things to the boy. And he'll grow into a fine young man.
Mhm.
You can do that while he's young, while he's still a boy. You can mold him while he's a boy. I keep telling women, all that you can't raise a man is a myth. You don't need to raise a man. You need to raise a boy. And that boy will become a man. So if you put the proper ideals into that boy while he's young, he will grow into a fine young man.
Then take the exit to I-465 south.
So does that mean that that black women are not instilling these ideals in their sons, or is there something else going on?
Well, they first of all, they shouldn't have to. There's supposed to be fathers there to deal with all of that. But if the mother absolutely has no choice, then she needs to start while the boy is young. She can do it if she starts while he's young. If she understands the ideals that men teach boys, and she can put these ideals and teachings into the boy while he's young, he will take to these teachings, and he will grow on to be a fine young man. But she still has to get some kind of male influence around him in order for those teachings to take hold. Okay? Uncle, somebody.
Okay, so if she don't have a father, brother, male relatives, who she goes to next?
Well, like I said, she has to instill the ideas into him first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instill those teachings into him first, and then she could try to use good examples of men like Malcolm X or Thurgood Marshall or Marcus Garvey. Try to use historic men who were strong black men. And try to use them as an influence to him. Something for him to be something for him to aspire to be. She could do those things too. Okay. But you definitely want some kind of male influence in his life so he can understand his masculinity. A woman cannot teach masculinity. She cannot teach, when he's going through his testosterone phase. She can't tell him what he's going through. She doesn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
You know, man, the father's supposed to be there for that.
Okay, because that was going to be my next question. When he reached that certain age and he's smelling himself, and she can't get him to listen, or behave, what she does then?
Well, if she can't find any male influence like an uncle or a grandfather or somebody to get him under control, she's gonna have to kick him out. But she ain't gonna be able to handle it.
Yeah, and I've seen it happen. That's when the streets kind of get them.
Yeah, she ain't gonna be able to handle it. And what pisses me off is that I blame the men for putting her in that predicament. She shouldn't be in that predicament. There should be a father there raising that boy. You shouldn't put our women in these kind of predicaments. They're not men. The father is supposed to be there. They always try to blame the woman. Well, who's raising them? Well, who's not raising them? She's doing the best she can to raise them. You're not raising them. That's what it's about. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. And we put our women in these bad positions and expect them to work miracles, expect them to pull a rabbit out of a hat, amongst other things. It's not fair to them. It's not fair.
Okay. All right. So I've heard something, and I think it's interesting. the woman who had called in, she said that yes, that the good men that are out there, they should get into these behinds of these derelict men, and we as women need to concentrate on the girls and the young women, you know, and don't make it so much about the men. Leave the men alone. Let the men deal with the men, and we concentrate on ourselves and the girls and the women
Well,
in our family.
that's
Mm-hmm.
old school. That's old school thinking. That's
Mm-hmm.
what the men and women did back in the days. And I was growing up. As okay, that woman, has been teaching since the '80s. See, that's old school thinking.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's the way the families worked back in the day. The fathers took care of the boys, the mothers took care of the girls. They worked as a team.
Mm-hmm.
We do have to get back to that. I agree.
Okay.
That's something we have to get back to.
So, do you think on these YouTube streets and stuff like that, she was talking about taking it into the YouTube thing, let the because she's seen several
Well,
she's seen let the men, the good men out there get on the behinds of these derelicts,
well,
and we concentrate on the
well,
women and the girls and stop getting into it worrying about these men
it's
because they're
not
gonna do what they
necessary.
want to do. Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily getting on somebody,
Mm-hmm.
as to provide the proper information and the resources for somebody to change. Okay, if you're looking to change these young boys, then you have to have the proper training and the resources in order for them to change. It's like, for example, if you want your boys to be strong men, you got to take them to a place that exudes strength so they can understand what strength is all about.
Mm-hmm.
First place you want to take them to is a gym. Work them out. Let them lift some weights. Let them get used to understanding what strength is all about before you can take strength and apply it as a mental teaching. They must first understand what strength is at its basic form. You understand? In order to strengthen the mind. So you have to provide a place for them to go to where they can practice these teachings.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that my father used to do for us to get out aggression is that we had like a little makeshift gym in the basement. We lift weights down there, we worked out, and we boxed. Whenever we had a disagreement with each other as brothers, we went and put on the gloves. And we took it to one another. Gave each other a black eye or a busted lip. It built character. It built courage in us. You know what I'm saying? This is why we were tough. We were tough dudes. We were nothing like these weak dudes you see today. We were tough-minded. Emotionally we were tough. We were physically strong. We was built to endure hardship.
At 1 mile, take exit 37 on the right to I-69.
Like I said, the time I came from, a lot of these dudes couldn't survive today, man. I talked about being body slammed on the concrete, on the blacktop, and being able to get back up and fight some dude off who's trying to kill you. Same dude who just body slammed you and rattled your whole goddamn skeleton. You got to somehow endure that, get back up, and keep fighting. These dudes couldn't handle that today. These dudes wouldn't last, man. That's why when they say they street niggas, I laugh at them. Like, man, you ain't no street. You ain't no real street nigga. Got all these homo thugs out here on the street talking about some alpha male shit. Man, get out of here.
Either of the two right lane. Then take the exit to I-69
But
Right.
some of the mothers.
And going back to
ahead.
and going back to what I was saying about all of this, selective breeding, whatever. You can't do that. You can't dictate something like that because you need balance in the world. Okay? You think good is good, okay? Uh, You, you, you don't know the other side of good. There's another side of good too that you don't see because it doesn't have to display itself because it has balance. You have evil. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to be careful because life is going to find balance. If you take one thing away to upset the balance, it will find another way to find balance because that's the rules of life. You must have balance. You understand? So no matter what you try to do, select the breed, it's going to find balance. So if you try to just breed with good people, you're going to end up making some really, really bad people. And I'm talking about the type of people you ain't never seen before. Because what? Life is going to, achieve balance. You can't just have nothing but good people. I know that sounds crazy, but that's what balanced life out. It doesn't make sense to us, but it makes sense to our existence. You can't have one without the other. And if you try to have one and get rid of the other, then the one that you do have, man, you're going to turn it into something else. I mean, you may end up giving birth to people who may be good on the surface, but inside they're completely psychotic because life needs to find balance. So there has to be bad somewhere. You understand? It has to be bad somewhere in order for it to be balanced. You can't just have good and good. You got to have good and bad to achieve balance. So you only, breeding good people, they may come out looking good at one point, but may be totally psychotic on the inside. That's the bad part. That's the bad part that life is achieving balance with. You know?
Yeah, I get you.
Right, so
So
you got to be careful with that. You're not God. What we can do is, the best that we can do is try to teach as much as we can and try to minimize. Nothing wrong with trying to minimize bad things. You can do that. You're not going to totally get rid of bad things in this world, but you can minimize it. You can minimize it. That's the best you can do. You're never going to have a situation where you're going to totally get rid of bad people. It's never going to happen. And if it did, you're going to end up creating something that you wish you had.
so yeah, yeah. I agree with you. I see what you're talking about.
Gauge
Yeah.
the chat. What's going on in the chat?
It ain't moved too much. Kendall said, yeah, the sisters need to learn what to do if she's a single black mother, because a good percentage of these black males, black woman haters, are coming from single black homes raised by the mother.
Well, that's not necessarily true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It's not coming from single homes. You have to understand something. It's not just the single home that's creating these people. You have social media, you have music. There's a lot of things that's going against black people today. It's not just the single black home. Most single black homes are very serene. You know, they're not chaotic like you think. Like the mother is not raising, she doesn't have a zoo in her house where she's raising animals. A lot of these kids get into a lot of bad things. Like, look at the cartoons today. My younger sister, had to stop her child from watching cartoons because the cartoons are bad. The cartoons are talking about anal condoms, homosexuality, androgynous people. There are video games now to where you can't even tell the gender of the character. You don't know what the hell the character is. You don't know if it's a male or a female. And they're doing that on purpose to confuse kids. And you have the music. The music is demonic and filled with homosexuality. Just look at Little Nas X.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had the nerve to give his goddamn concert in an elementary school. So it ain't just a single parent mother. There's a lot of things that's going against the grain. It's not just all that. Okay? Music is really devastating our young kids and programming the minds of these young boys. That's why I say the music today is trash. Don't let your kids listen to this shit that they call music today. It's not music. You don't want your kids listening to this shit. So no, I don't think it's just that, Kendall. I think it's a lot of things working against the mother. Look at Shaka Ramos, right? He's walking around here dressed like a dominant black female, right? You heard out of his own mouth yesterday that he came from the environment to where the black women had it together. Remember?
Mm-hmm,
That's what he said, right?
Right.
And look how he turned out.
Mm-hmm.
Look how he turned out. Walking around here dressed like a dominant black female. Okay? Look at the way he turned out.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he come from that where the mothers had it together.
Uh-huh.
That's what he said out of his own mouth. And look how he turned out. And he's my age. He was born in 67. I'm 54.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he said he come out of that time where they had it together. And look what he turned into.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Walking around here dressed trying to be a Serena Williams lookalike. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, even though there's back then there was a higher percentage of two parents home, the father's doing their job, the mother's doing the job, there's still gonna be some derelicts among the children. You can have
Right,
the
because
children raised in the same home, same family,
yeah,
and there's gonna be one black sheep in the family, so to say, or should I say one white sheep?
well, I
Considering
wouldn't. Well, we have to get away from these controlled talking points.
mm-hmm.
It's not about being a black sheep. We have to understand the reality of life. Okay, when you understand balance and that life needs balance in order for life to exist for us, once you understand that, then you know that you can never get rid of bad things, can never get rid of bad people. All you can do is your best to work to minimize it. So it's not about anybody being a black sheep or a bad sheep or a pink sheep or a green sheep. It's the minimization of wrongdoing, of bad things. Okay? All you can do is your best. You're not going to get everyone. You're not going to stop everything.
Mm-hmm.
You can only hope to minimize as much as humanly possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
So again, it's not about being anything. It's not about being a bad sheep or a green sheep, pink or purple sheep. It's about minimizing bad things, bad behavior, and bad people. And you do that with with good teaching. You know, every student is teaching, but you hope that the majority of your students do. Like if you got 50 students that you're teaching, you want at least 40 of those students taken to your teachings. 10 of those students aren't going to care about anything you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what you say and do, there won't be nothing you can do to get their attention because they're dead set against you. They're just there to take up space. Is that your fault? No. It's balance. Because even if you have the right teachings, right, depending on the number that you're trying to teach, say if you teach 50 students, you can't have all 50 of the students taken to your teachings, then that would be perfection. You can't achieve perfection. Even in your teachings, there has to be balance. So if you got 50 students, some of them are going to end up bad in order to achieve balance, because you just cannot achieve perfection. That's why some kids pass in class and some kids get left back. That's all about balance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. About balance. Nobody is all one thing. I've seen some of the most hardcore dudes be respectful to their elders, you know, um, and will beat anybody down to the ground if they disrespect the women in the community, especially
Look
the
at
elders.
Kendall's,
Mhm.
read Kendall's last comment from, can't see
Okay,
it.
okay. He goes, yeah, Dame, he's right. There is positive and negative in everything, God and the devil, but it does not become a devil until it's given form and expression.
All right, I could agree with that. I know
Mhm.
what he's not, he, he is throwing you off a little bit with the form and expression, but I understand what he's saying. I can agree with that.
Mhm.
It doesn't become the devil until you give him understanding.
Mhm.
Once you give the child understanding and they know right from wrong, then that is when they can choose to be good or bad.
Mhm.
If a child does not understand or know, then he cannot choose right from wrong. But once you teach him and he understands that he can choose between right and wrong, that's when he or she will choose to be the devil or to be righteous. And that choice really has nothing to do with you. It has to do with balance.
Mhm. Mhm.
You know, like I said, if you have 50 students, all 50 of them will not take to your teachings, no matter how hard you try, because of balance. Because if all 50 of your students take to your teachings, then that would mean that you've achieved perfection. Even in the smallest area, perfection isn't allowed.
Mhm.
Cannot achieve perfection. Like I tell somebody, people say, well, he's always wrong and she's always wrong. No, he or she isn't. No one is always wrong, because if you was wrong all the time, then that would be perfection. And you can't achieve perfection. So you can't be wrong all the time. At some
Mhm.
point, you're
Mhm.
going to be right. Because to be wrong about every single thing all the time is to be perfect. And people can't grasp that because they don't understand what perfection really is.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
can't be wrong all the time. You must be right about something at some point, and you will, because you can't achieve perfection.
Mhm. Mhm.
I know some
Mhm.
people be like, what is he talking about, man? Perfection is a good thing. No, it's not a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a thing.
Mhm.
It has nothing to do with good or bad. It has everything to do with balance and the laws of our life. In our life, we are not allowed to achieve perfection, not even on the smallest scale or even the most minute scale. We are not allowed to achieve perfection. That is a law to our existence. So no matter how hard we try, we will never be perfect, because the laws of our life does not allow us to be Perfect.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I,
That's
yeah.
why you shouldn't. That's why you shouldn't waste your time pursuing perfection. It's something that you'll never achieve. And it's insane for you to try. And that's what you're trying when you're talking about selective breeding. You're trying to achieve perfection. You're out of your mind.
Exactly.
Hitler tried to achieve perfection. He
Mm-hmm.
wanted to he wanted to create the perfect warriors, the perfect Aryan race. Look how that turned out.
Uh-huh.
It's never going to happen. And you have to be insane to believe it's going to happen. So there's something already wrong with you mentally if you believe that you can achieve something like that. You already got a problem mentally as far as I'm concerned. You know, the elevator already don't go to the top. You already got a few screws loose. You ain't playing with a full deck. And we can go on and on and on. Okay? The elevator don't go all the way to the top. What's going on in the chat?
Okay. Say it ain't so. Say this is really valuable information. Let's see. Wait a minute.
Thank you, say it ain't so. I appreciate that. I'm doing my
Kendall.
best.
Oh, okay. Kendall say try telling that to people who believe in Jesus.
Well, Jesus isn't okay. Okay, all right. Jesus isn't the real person, but the concept of what Jesus is supposed to represent is absolutely real. You see, it's spirituality that black people should pursue. Black people shouldn't pursue religion because religion is evil. The white man used religion to murder and conquer and steal from people. So religion is not what people should be pursuing. As a matter of fact, the very Bible that many of you read, the God in that Bible isn't religious at all. Also, the God in that Bible isn't a Christian. Okay? So that should tell you something right there about religion. Okay? You don't want to get caught up in religion. But spirituality is what black people need to pursue. Spirituality is more of an enlightenment of your mind, your spirit, your soul. Then you can gain real knowledge beyond your years. You can gain some. You can understand the universe. You know, you can really understand who you are if you pursue spirituality. Spirituality will not have you walking around here like a fool, talking about if somebody hits you on one cheek, then you're gonna turn around and let them hit the other cheek. See, that's foolish. That's foolishness. That's what religion wants you to do. You know, when somebody transgresses against you, religion tells you, oh, you need to forgive them, forgive your enemies. No, that's not realistic. You don't see anybody doing that. Even the God in the Bible, right, tore up whole armies, wiped out whole armies. Okay? And he sent armies to wipe out other armies. So, I mean, just in the Bible, you're ignoring what's really going on. You're being foolish.
Mm-hmm.
And then the God in the Bible tells you. But a lot of Christians are foolish. They believe blindly. This is how, when you get caught up in religion, this is how somebody, right, gets you to drink poison Kool-Aid, like Jim Jones, because you're caught up in religion. You need to drop the religion and pick up spirituality. Spirituality will open up your mind and have you see what's coming, rather than put you to sleep and have you brainwashed.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And black women are the most spiritually connected to the Creator. Why? Because they can bring life into this world. I keep telling y'all that the womb is sacred. It is the gateway between the spirit world and the natural world. A spirit can only come, a human spirit can only come into this world through the vagina of a black woman.
All right.
I'm sure somebody's gonna say, well, "What about the other women?" I only care about black women.
And that's the
Not
way
that
it's
I hate the
supposed to
other
be.
women. Yeah, not
That's the
that
way
I
it's
hate
supposed
the
to
other
be.
women at all.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, can I finish saying something?
Okay.
Not that I hate the other women at all. I just love my black women more, and I'm loyal to my black women. So they're the ones they're the only ones I care about. You know, and I'm sorry if that may sound mean to other races of women, but that's what it is. Not trying to be mean. I'm just being real. I love my black women, and they're all I care about.
Okay.
You other
And
Peace.
races of men,
Ain't nothing wrong with
you
that.
right. Who that? Who that?
that's the
Hassan
song.
Burton.
Yo, what up, bro? What's up,
Hey,
man?
Black Knight.
How you doing, man?
I'm
You running
doing
up?
good. How are you?
Chilling, man. Almost at
Oh,
this
that's good.
shipper. Um,
Hey, Dame
you
Frankie, how you doing?
you running the late shift tonight?
No, actually, I'm off. I mean, like, I gotta, like,
Oh, okay.
hit the hay in a few minutes, but I just wanted to get on the chat.
All right. All right. All
Well,
right.
I'm not saying on the chat. I mean, I just wanted to get on the panel.
Okay.
Just kick it with y'all for a few.
All right.
You know what I mean? I
What
gotta
up?
get up at 4.
What time is it?
It's like 11:46 now.
Oh, okay.
Or no, 11:47. 11:47.
Oh, okay.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah. Yeah. I just
Right.
crossed over to the Eastern Standard Time Zone. I'm in
Okay.
Indianapolis.
Cool.
I'm in Indiana now.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So
I'm on my way to
what are we talking
Ohio.
about? What are we talking about? You know what I mean? Put me up to speed, y'all.
Yeah, that's on.
okay, no, he wants to be brought up to speed. We're talking about how black men should benefit their women and children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that question kept coming up in quite a few channels, and nobody seemed to be answering it
Wow.
or know how to
Yeah,
answer
I
it.
know. Yeah. No brothers can answer the question.
Wow.
Shout out to
Really?
Cynthia G. Yeah, shout out to Cynthia G. She posed that question. What would be the benefit of black women giving birth to black men? And couldn't no brothers answer the question.
Mm.
I don't understand why they couldn't answer it. They should have had a whole bunch of answers
Right.
for it.
Right. You know what I mean? I mean, they trying to go at her or whatever.
Yeah,
Talking about this and that, but they can't put whatever how they feel in the comments. So I guess
yeah,
that
because
further proves
yeah,
her point. The majority, the collective, okay? So,
right,
oh no, man, it's not all of us. It's not all of us, man. Well, then your ass should have been, saying something in the comments section. You were silent. So
exactly,
you are part of the majority. So, you know what I
exactly.
mean?
And this whole culture of guys like Shaka Amos, these alpha feminine dudes, you know, talking crazy about black. You know what that nigga said? That nigga said that right now, today, the greatest threat to a black man's health and well-being is a black woman.
Yeah, I heard him.
Is this nigga out of his fucking mind or what?
So, I mean, look how he looks, man. I mean,
Yeah. 55, walking around with a fucking ponytail, a fucking Magilla Gorilla speech impediment, and
yeah,
dressed in a goddamn fucking mini dress and fucking makeup. Looking like
looking like
a fucking dominant black woman.
know what
Yeah,
I mean? Dude looking like
yeah,
Blaine Edwards from Men on
yeah,
Film, man. Come
yeah.
on, man. Are you serious?
And
No.
And my thing is, I'm
Come
wondering,
on, man.
and if he's saying that, I'm wondering if he's including himself since he's trying to look like a fucking black woman, you know, you fucking think he's black. Are you including yourself, dude? I mean, you've been trying to be a black woman. I mean, so are you included in that?
Right. And if he's gonna be a top man or any position like that, then I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
It's
No,
over.
he's an alpha. He's an alpha female.
Yeah, it's done, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He's an alpha female.
It's done.
Yeah, fucking alpha female. Dominant black woman. Him and Kevin Samuels are alpha feminine, you know, dominant black women.
That's deep. Now
yeah.
he's gonna be on YouTube popping his mess like he's doing now, and then you got Kevin Samuels. Oh wow!
And the thing about it is, you know,
crazy.
What's pissing a lot of black women off, right? Is that we're not doing anything about this. We're not attacking these dudes. While I'm attacking them, Taz,
you are.
Taz is too. Taz getting at him. Taz getting at him too. But it just can't be me and Taz. It's got to be more brothers.
I know Brother Moses does his thing. You know, that's Taz's dude.
There's got to be more brothers. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, black women need to see us going after these dudes, man. Because let me tell you something. We're dealing with women here, man. They're sensitive. What you say matters to them. It bothers them when you say certain things. I keep telling niggas, they're not like us. They're sensitive because they're nurturers. So what you say bothers them.
Yeah.
Okay? It matters to them. So you got niggas up here running their fucking mouth. You need to close them goddamn mouths.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I wish that raggedy ass fucking black baldy locks, you know, show his fucking face over here. I wish he would. I'll rip that nigga. Yeah.
He don't want none. He don't want none, bro.
Punk ass ponytail, little fucking My Little Pony motherfucker. You old ass 55 years wearing a goddamn mini skirt. Fuck wrong with you? Fuck's the matter with you, man?
I can't, man. I can't.
Up here wearing green and blue makeup, nigga. What's wrong with you? Fuck's the matter with you? Fuck out of here.
Yo, his lisp get on my nerves, man. Just how he talks.
Yeah, that nigga sound like Magilla Gorilla. Nigga, you got a speech impediment trying to say big words. Apparatus.
Yo.
But what does he say? What do you say? This monstrosity. Like
yeah, man.
You a monstrosity.
Sure.
Nigga, fuck you too. Yeah, you're a fucking monstrosity. Fuck you mean?
Yeah, man.
Hey, you a biological monstrosity.
I mean, I ain't got nothing more to say on that. Like, it's obvious, man. Like, yo, I don't know, man. Like, you want to follow that? I got to question you. You know what I'm saying? I got to look at you like, you know, cross-eyed a little bit. Like, all right.
Hey, you know what? Check this out.
Yeah.
These niggas are always talking about Egypt, right? But don't know nothing else about Africa. Don't know a damn thing about Africa. The only reason why they in fucking Egypt, because a lot of these dudes are LGBT. They're homosexuals.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay? And when you start hitting them with facts that motherfuckers is practicing bestiality like a fucking religion, oh, it was outside invaders that did that shit. They brought that shit to Egypt. Why didn't you kick them the fuck out then?
And, yo, that question's heavy, brother. I don't even think you know. The severity of that question. Why did y'all kick them out? Oh, no. Well, why did you kick them out?
If somebody brings some shit to your house that you don't like, hey, man, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
You ain't coming to my house with this shit.
Because y'all not trying to impose that on me. Nah. You know what I mean? Shit. I'm going out.
Like I said,
happens, and I'm like, all right, so now you making some excuse for it. Like, you know what I mean? Because you got called out on it. Nah, man.
I feel so sorry for the black woman today because the niggas today. Yeah, because the niggas today ain't worth shit. Yeah. These niggas ain't about shit, man. And that dumbass video, that pump and dump video, How do you make something like that not being bad? How the fuck you make something like that and then fuck around and show your face on social media?
I don't know. Gotta ask them,
What
man.
is wrong with you? Hey, the fuck wrong with these niggas, man? Like, nigga, you fuck. What is the matter
Yeah.
with you? You know, like something stupid like that. They got nerve to come back out here and fucking double down on it. Niggas, you crazy? This is why the women out here talking crazy about us right now.
Right.
Because of these niggas.
And like I told you, what, a week or so ago, I ain't mad. Nope.
Nah, I
I
mean,
ain't
because
mad.
you know where it's coming from.
Yep, I do.
I know where
I
it's coming
certainly
from. That's
do.
why I don't trip about it.
It's been
I know where
explained,
it's coming from. Then when you look at how Cynthia she
broken down.
breaks it down,
Yes.
right? She
Mm-hmm.
and my boy.
Maybe.
Hello?
Go ahead though. Go ahead.
Hello.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
we can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Right. And she breaks it down. You know one of the things that she say that I think is so profound that niggas just don't get? You take your resources, whatever little first of all, you ain't got no goddamn wealth, right? That's
Mhm.
one. But whatever money you do get, you take it and give it to that white woman. That's some profound shit.
No,
That's one
brother,
of the
they
most
do.
profound
Facts.
things. Yeah.
Facts.
That's one of the most
Facts.
profound things that she says. And every time she says it, it just knocked me for a loop. I'm like, I can't believe, yo, you don't have any wealth to begin with. And what little
Right.
money you do acquire, you go and hurry up and give it to this white woman.
Right.
You know, that's racist loyalty right there. You niggas ain't even loyal to your own race. Hey, yo,
Yeah. You said something yesterday. You know what I mean, about Randy Moss. It was kind of disturbing, man.
oh yeah, he over there
Yeah,
crying
man. I really
like a
thought
fucking
about that
slave.
today. I'm like, yo, what? Yeah, I'm done.
Look, man, it's
And
like I
then you
said the
say,
other.
yo, no wonder why, heads is talking online about, hey, we ain't having your babies. Nope.
Yeah, because it's embarrassing. You see, the black woman doesn't see you defending her or defending your children. What she see you defending is white racist males and black male pedophiles. That's what she see you defending. You niggas defend two types of men: white racists and black male pedophile. Look at all the motherfuckers that came out and supported and defended Brother Polite for being accused of sexual assault on a 14-year-old girl.
Yep, I
Niggas came
saw it.
out of the woodwork and defended him, right? But
Mm-hmm.
you won't defend a little girl like Sonny Bell, who was murdered by 5 jackals. Mother just being a 4-year-old little girl. You won't come to the defense of her. You won't defend your women and your children, but you'll defend a racist white dude like John Gruden, or you'll defend a black pedophile like Brother Polite. And you wonder why these women don't want to have your babies no more.
Right. That's why I said initially, Max, I ain't mad, brother. Nope.
No, because it's not like they just outright talking about something. No, they got a lot of powerful truth to why they don't want to do it.
And I'm listening. And so are you.
Yeah. Why would they? Look at it, and then on top of that, you come out and make this stupid ass video with this dumb ass pimp culture, pump and dump, and you're not embarrassed?
Right.
That video is embarrassing. It's shameful. I feel ashamed that it was ever even made. And the fact that these old punk ass niggas come out and double down on that, you think black women ain't watching that? I keep telling you niggas, black women see everything that you do. They watch it.
Right. That. Then you got that Meek Mill cover. I'm like, come on, man.
Oh my goodness, man.
I'm like, come on, man.
Wait a minute, what was that about? I missed that one. What was that
Oh,
about?
really?
I saw
Yeah,
I
like the
saw,
artwork. Yeah, you got to see it, man. You know what I'm
I
saying?
saw I saw little nods in some kind of lavender dress or some shit.
Oh, real? Yeah, yeah. Wait a minute. Didn't you show that picture yesterday?
Yeah, yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that one.
yeah. I saw that. Yeah, that's spooky, man. Mad spooky.
Fucking nasty too, man.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Some
Oh my
nasty
God.
shit.
Oh yeah, man.
Shit is nasty, man.
Oh man.
Now, what happened with Meek Mill? What was that about?
I guess his album cover, man. Like the artwork, man. You
I
gotta
didn't
kind of
see
see
it.
if
What?
he's. Yeah, it had like naked strippers, like are women. You know what I mean? With their stuff all out on an album cover, and it was just kind of very
Were
very
these
distasteful.
okay? Were these real women posing, or was
No,
it
no,
somebody?
no, no. Like it was like kind of like art, like kind of like
Okay,
yeah, it was like art, like kind of like a painting.
right. And you're wondering why the black? You got the nerve to sit up here talking about what
And he
gets me
had
is
that same
um,
cover that he had, like on a bus in Philly for promotion of the album. I'm like, wow, damn. And then
I
like
see.
like White Cat was like heated, like he was all going off, like he's going in on dude, like, why you got this? This is degrading your women. This is very disrespectful. You got this, and little girls are seeing this, and then you got your little boys seeing this as well. This is very disrespectful. Why
Okay,
is
but
this on the? I
here's
mean,
the thing.
he was going off. He was
Okay,
going
but
off.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
What are black men saying to Meek Mills? You see, that's what the black woman is looking for. She's not interested in a white man telling you. She wants to see what other black men are saying to you. What are black men saying to Meek Mills? Are there any black men coming at him for that?
The only one that I know online is Dr. Boyce Watkins.
All right, well, shout out to Dr. Boy Swagger. I haven't seen the cover, but I'm pretty sure Dame will find it later on or tomorrow. And then I'm
Yo,
going to have
I
something
mean,
to say
y'all
about
should
it.
do that for Ladies' Night.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yes.
All right, we're going to check it out. I'm going to have something to say, but shout out to Dr. Boyce Watkins for saying something about it. Now, I'm going to have something to say about it. I don't understand. This is the problem. This is why Cynthia's asking that question. What do you benefit black women? You can't even afford them the benefit of defending them or protecting them. You let a sleazeball like this put some shit out there like that, and you don't say nothing about it. See, this is what black women are watching. They're watching to see what other black men do to guys like this. And if nothing is done, it's disheartening. Somebody got to get after him. Uh-oh, did I drop off?
Nah, brother.
Oh, okay. Somebody got to get after him. But that's okay. I'm going to get after him. But shout out to Dr. Boyce Watkins for, getting out. I'm going to get after him too. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
I didn't
right.
even know it was out there.
Right. I mean, hey, you could check it. I mean, you could check it out while we're, chopping it up.
Yeah, man. Well, I can't right now. I'm driving, but I'm gonna get the Damester on it. But I'm gonna get the Lady Damester on it.
All right.
Tomorrow she'll dig it up. She'll dig it up. But
yeah,
I'm definitely.
Cynthia G did a video on it, so.
Yeah. Okay. So
I might actually share that on the Discord.
Yeah, throw that on there.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So
I can see what Sin said about it. I'm gonna do my own thing on it because black men got to come out against this. Can't be the black women. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Can't be Brian.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Of course, Sin gonna do her thing, but black men need to come out against shit like this. This is what black women are waiting to see. Okay, black men need to get on Meek Mills. And all these fucking sellouts and these goddamn fucking athletes, I'm sick of these fucking athletes selling out and coming to the defense of racist white people. You know, again, you got Randy Moss crying on TV. I mean, man, what the fuck is wrong with you niggas? Y'all ain't got no manhood no more.
I'm done.
Whatever happened to manhood, bro? Whatever happened to pride? These dudes ain't got no manhood or no pride anymore. What the fuck is going on, man?
Like I said, man, I ain't mad.
All this
Nope.
weak shit. Yeah. You ain't got
Not
no
at all.
pride, no manhood.
Whatever Cynthia says or what anyone else got to say, I'm not mad. Go right ahead. Because I'd be done with you too.
Oh my goodness.
I would be done with you too.
So, oh my goodness, a lot to.
Hey, Dame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So,
like I would be done with you too. You know what I mean? So
mm-hmm.
when they talk about, hey man, is it beneficial to give birth to black males? I'm like, hey, I ain't got no comment coming from me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm serious. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty like neutral. You know what I mean? I mean, it's harsh, and I'm like, damn. But then I'm like, I'm the type that's gonna sit and break it down to a common denominator and be like, you know what? Now I understand. You know?
Yeah.
I understand.
But I think if black women are truly thinking like this, I think it was for a shock value, or that might personal point of view, but I don't think they could do it when it comes down to the nitty gritty. More than likely, close up shop. Don't have sex with. That's 100% way not to create a baby. Hey, and since they believe that those that believe that they can create a black people with non-black people, let them go ahead and go. The quicker they go, the quicker we can see who we dealing with.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's. I wouldn't say it's realistic or unrealistic. I'm like, there's going to be more birth of black babies. You know what I mean? I love black babies. I have a grandson. You understand? So of
Mm-hmm.
course, I believe and I love black people. So we need to, replenish, be fruitful, multiply, and do all that. Do or
Mm-hmm.
die, whatever. But I'm just saying, like, it's just I hear where a lot of women are coming from. You know what I mean? And the idea, just the idea now, is resonating with a lot of women. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
The idea. And it's logic. And it's all dealing with logic and facts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they have receipts. That's why I said, go ahead and speak.
Hey man, Kendall said in the chat that a black woman designed the art on that bus and did the album cover too.
Well, actually, Max, it was a, it wasn't like a woman.
Oh, it wasn't.
Nah.
Uh, a she-male.
Yeah.
Oh, what you got to say about that, Kendall? It was a she-male that did it.
Sorry, man. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would make sense because they hate women.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as they say, Cynthia was right.
Yeah. So a she-male did it.
Right.
All right.
That'll be about right, 'cause they hate women anyway. So,
It makes sense. It's all connected.
yeah.
Yeah. So but I'm so surprised at how quick the reaction of the manosphere is to which Cynthia said. You know, it's like wait. You the one that was like, you don't care, you're not part of the community, you're going to these non-black communities and stuff like that. Um, um that is not your problem anymore. And hey, it'll settle the child support question. In fact, some of y'all was already advocating for an abortion.
Man, I'm gonna tell you
Screaming
something,
and
man.
howling because she said a boy. He didn't care whether
Hey,
it's a
man.
hmm?
Hey, them niggas need their ass whooped for that pump and dump video, bro. That's some anti-black shit. It
Yeah.
is, man. That shit is extremely disrespectful, bro.
Yeah.
To both black women and black men. It's disrespectful to both of us.
Yeah.
You
That
know?
was awful. That was awful.
Yeah, they need their ass whooped for that video. They need their ass whooped. Who was it, Palmer and Ramil? If you niggas listening, y'all need your asses whooped for that video.
Along with the director.
Yeah. Everybody need their asses whooped. You know, that video is still highly, just extremely disrespectful. That shit is crazy. I mean, you niggas are anti-black. They anti-black.
Oh.
They out here adding to the fucking problem.
Yeah, they're definitely doing that.
Yeah, fucking adding to the goddamn problem, nigga. Fuck.
The reason why the women are saying what they're saying.
Yep.
A couple of fucking imbeciles, man. What the fuck? Don't y'all see what's going on out here? Y'all some fucking imbeciles, man. All this shit going on, you make some dumb shit like that. I'm saying, man, that video's offensive, man. You know, the more I think about it, the more, it's offensive.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah.
Offensive. Black men should be more upset about it than black women because these dudes are trying to represent us. They're making us look bad. That shit, that's an L for us. You know, like I said, they need their asses kicked, man. And I hear one of them is married, Palmer. I heard he got a wife and kids. And you doing some shit like that, and you married?
Yeah.
And they was really into that shit too, boy. They were really putting their effort into that shit.
Yeah.
They believed that shit, yeah.
Because they were with each other.
Motherfucker had a dance and every goddamn thing.
Wow.
Yeah. But noticing they were with each other. They weren't bumping any women. That was just the two of them.
Max, how many
Huh?
views did that video get?
What, theirs?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I mean, that would be interesting, you know what I mean, to see.
I don't know. I didn't see how. I mean, it's on Palmer's site, right, Mr. Palmer?
Oh, I mean, it's not on YouTube?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
All right. Like,
I think
I
it's
know,
on
I
Mr.
was just
Palmer.
curious to see, like, you know what I mean, what the conversation was in that chat or whatever. I know it's all, you know what I mean, you know, disrespectful and nasty and funky.
Yo, I know my video about we shouldn't blame black women for wanting to abort I mean, no, we shouldn't blame black women for not wanting to have black male babies. We should
Yeah.
blame black men. That got over 2,000 views. Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah, I got 2,000 views on that.
Amazing.
2,400 to be exact.
Wow. Congrats, brother. Congrats.
Yeah.
Congrats.
That video get 2,400 views, man.
Wow.
That was a good video, man.
That's dope.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good
dope,
one, man.
That's good.
Yeah, you know, trying to be really good, man. We was really dropping it in that video, you know, breaking it down. And it kind of, I wouldn't say it went viral, but for me, for us, that's kind of viral.
Oh yeah, brother.
2K views.
That's like, I'm like, yo.
Mm-hmm.
That's
what's the name? Yo, that ain't the only one that went 2,000. When I did about Sunny Bell, that had over 2,000 views too.
Okay, word.
Mm-hmm. People stealing my style, man. I saw some dudes the other day doing a moment of silence thing on their video for somebody. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's all good, man. You know.
It is. I can't stop people from stealing, man.
Right. But you, my brother, are the originator.
Yeah, that's why I told them I don't worry about it. I just continue to be myself because they're not me. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can try to take my content, but you're not me. You know, I'm just going to continue to be me. And eventually people will see the truth.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You know, I hear a lot of my stuff out there, but I don't say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I hear a lot of my stuff out there, man. A lot. I got people using my talking points. You know, they're using my logic. You know. I'm like, okay.
Well, as long as they're using it the right way, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know.
Come on, more.
Right. I mean, give credit to where credit is due, of course.
You don't give me no credit, man.
Well, I give you credit, brother.
I appreciate that, man.
Yes, sir.
But you know what? A lot of content creators don't fuck with me like that. I do my best to support some, even some of the ones I don't agree with. You know, I show up, give a little bit of support. But you know, I don't have. The only one that ever supported this channel really, as far as content creator, was Cynthia G. You know, the only one. And you know, I haven't seen any other content creator so much as drop a dime on the channel. You know. But I've seen them come over here and lay low and take my shit though. And go back to their shows and try to do what I do. You know? I've seen that. One motherfucker come over here regularly, though. I ain't gonna say his name, but you'll figure it out at some point. But you always come in here and say the same damn thing. Sit in the clouds and watch. And then go take my shit back to his own show.
You had a good number, I think. I don't know. I mean, it could have been last night or the other night. You had a good number watching on the live.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we getting there. We slowly getting there, man. We getting there. Yeah. You know, the problem, too, is our notifications don't go out that much. You know what I'm saying? They don't go out that much for some reason. They fucking with our notifications, you know.
Well, I guess they know better not to mess with mine because I get mine.
Yeah. So. They fuck with the notifications, man. It don't go out to a lot of people. I got people coming here talking about they didn't even know I was live.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. That's why we end up, you know, that's why we build up slowly all the time because the notifications don't go out to everybody. Man, we got over, 800 subscribers, right? Mm-hmm. And I think not even a tenth of them get my notifications.
Wow. That's not good.
You know, I'm going to email YouTube about it and find out what the fuck's going on. Like, hey, how come my subscribers ain't get my notifications?
Do you think it has something to do with the shadow ban?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know what got me shadow banned. The controversial gangster talk. And me being inexperienced, listening to people I shouldn't have listened to, pretty much set me up, had me walk right into a shadow ban because I was inexperienced and didn't really know what I was doing.
Wow.
So I kind of walked right into a shadow ban.
Oh wow.
I realized now that I was set up. I realized now that I was set up. When I put it all together, they set me up because they knew I didn't have the experience, didn't know what I was doing, and they let me walk right into a shadow ban.
Wow.
It's cool because I learned from my mistakes, and my new network is going to be different.
Yes, indeed.
We will be launching the Power Network next year, and I've learned from my mistakes. Sometimes you got to learn the hard way.
Right.
They were threatened by me.
It's more or less missteps. You know what I mean? You can say it's a mistake, but it's a misstep. You know what I mean? All right, cool. I know not to do this next time.
Yep, set me up.
Cool.
Set me up. Let me walk right into a shadow ban, bro. Yeah. People who call themselves my friends set me up for a shadow ban.
Yeah.
I'm following their lead. They're supposed to be experienced. I'm the inexperienced. I'm following them. And they said let me right into a shadow ban.
Oh wow.
I wish I had known then what I know now.
Right.
I would have never even listened to none of it. But it's cool. It's my first channel. I learned a lot. Now I learned what not to do.
Yeah.
So when I build the Power Network, trust me, I will not make the same mistakes.
You've been going on, man. You've been going on strong for a grip. So
yeah.
I'm like, all right.
See, I don't want to abandon this channel. Eventually, I want to try to work it out of a shadow ban. So I'm going to always try to clean up. I'm going to be trying to clean it up because there's a lot of controversial shit on here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to clean it up. I'm going to try to clean up gangster talk.
All right.
I don't want to let this channel go. No. This is my first channel. But when I build my new one, things are going to be different. I'm not going to be as radical. I'm going to be tripping.
Word.
Like I said, I learned my lesson. I learned all the things that I did wrong and why I got shadow banned.
Okay.
And they let me walk right into it too, bro. People who call themselves my friends. Yeah. Let me walk right into it, face first. Boom, shadow banned.
Yeah.
It's cool. I learned from it.
Yes, sir.
And now they messing with my notifications. They was messing with me so hard one day, we shut down a show. They was making the chat room disappear. They were doing all kinds of crazy. They were blocking people. And,
okay.
I was like, what the?
Wow.
I remember I was doing a live one time and I saw my name come up on the screen, blocking somebody.
Yeah.
I thought Dame did it. I was like, Dame, did you just block somebody? Like, no. I just saw myself. I
remember Yvette W put a comment like she put some information in the chat and it got deleted by you, and I'm like, huh? I was like, wait a minute,
they ain't even do it.
Right. I'm like, oh. Yeah. That's when I'm like, oh, all right, now I can attest to them messing with you. Okay, yeah.
I told you it was so bad.
I see it.
It was so bad. One day, me and Dane shut the show. I was like, on there, just shut it down because they ain't gonna let us do the show today. YouTube. They messing with people hard, bro.
Okay.
They were taking wrenches from people. People got their wrench taken away.
Yeah. Even when Truth is coming on the chat, I see him with a wrench, and then I see him without a wrench. I'm like, all right. Max, you're Borgin, bro.
Can
you hear me? Yes, sir.
Yeah, like I said, gangster talk being pretty much controversial from day one. You know,
Yeah, it has,
that's
and I
that
love it.
sneaky ass. Yeah, that sneaky ass two-faced. What the fuck was his name? Nick Harper, and the other dude that was in here, man. You know, the ones that they built fourth quarter talk off of gangster talk.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, he used to be in here all the time. I forgot his name.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yo, damn. I noticed. Yeah, we used to have I have a lot of brothers up in here, yo. Now that I'm like,
well, we had a lot of brothers in here.
yeah,
At
like
least we thought. At least we thought they were.
yeah, that's what
And,
I'm
we,
saying. Like, damn,
and they showed their true colors. They
yeah,
fucking left. I had some stupid fool try to come on ladies' night, man. That's long ago. Yeah, my fucking name Zab.
yeah, Zab, yeah, I know him.
Dumbass, man. He a dumbass. He the reason why black women don't want to have no damn black babies. Trust me. You listen to that motherfucker. If I let him on the panel, you listen to him for 5 minutes. So, okay, I see why black women don't want to have no more.
Yeah,
Yeah. Man, you should get a load of that dumbass nigga, man.
it's the reprobate remedial mind. You know what I'm saying? That's
I don't even. Shit. Worse than remedial.
right.
Fucking rudimentary.
Right. Trash bag, man. You know what I'm saying? Now I understand. I trust me, man. I understand, bro.
Shout out to the beautiful Cynthia G
Yes, sir.
with the trash bags and shit. That shit be cracking me up. Call the niggas trash bag.
Dollar General trash bag.
Yeah, Dollar General niggas big ass trash bag.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, she be saying that. I be picturing that shit, right?
yeah.
Niggas walking around here looking like big ass trash bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trash bag, nigga. Like, nigga, you ain't nothing but a trash bag, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So
Yeah, but she be dropping it though, man. Like,
yeah, she be dropping mad gems.
People act like they don't want to hear what she's saying.
Right.
They just want to jump on the fact that she said this and that, but listen to what she's saying. They don't want to hear that.
Right.
They don't want to hear the fact that these niggas is taking their wealth, to white women. These niggas don't want to hear the fact that black men are out here killing, women and children.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to hear that.
Right. Real conversations.
Nah.
Real time. It's real.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
And like
these are
Shaka
hard
Amos,
conversations to have, but yo, you gotta think of this logically, without no emotion into it.
And check this out. And,
right.
And the rhetoric to, or the rebut to Shaka Amos, well, the black man is the greatest threat to the black woman's health and well-being. And we got receipts to back it up. You can't come with no receipts.
All right. The world.
Yeah. You ain't got no receipts that's going to show you that the black woman is the greatest threat to black men. You ain't got no receipts. But we got plenty of receipts to show you that the black man is the greatest threat to the black woman. We got plenty of receipts to back that up.
Yep. We do, and so do everybody else outside of us.
Yeah, plenty of receipts to back that up.
Yep. The whole world.
Yeah. Ain't gonna be with dumbass lot talking about some black female said that. Ain't no black nigga. Fuck you talking about?
Right.
Don't even know. Don't even realize that there's no fucking difference. The argument that they want to have is a maturity argument, not whether a black woman's a black female. A black woman is a black female, you dumbass.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I peeped that, man. All that, like, you know what I mean, divisive talk right there. That was, man, you know what I mean?
And then he ain't never. And check this out.
He really thought he was slick, man. Like, whoa,
And then
okay, like he's trying to. Oh no, that black women don't talk like that.
he
Or
never
black
defined it.
females, right? I'm like,
Yo,
okay.
and then he never defined. Check this out. He never defined anything he said. Like, okay, define what a black woman is. Define what a black female is. Never even defined it.
Nope.
Didn't define shit.
He was just rambling on about, all right, well, they're not healthy and they're this and they're worse for the black. Right. I was like, come on, really?
Nigga.
And like I said, you know what I mean? That's divisive talk, man. Like, you help me peep game on that. I'm like, oh, word. I'm like, damn. Okay.
Nigga probably got a lesbian for a woman. And that lesbian is probably Edward Anderson. Yeah, you hear that motherfucker? He a fucking lesbian, man.
Edward Anderson.
Yeah. I wonder what happened to George Macon, bro.
Oh, I don't even know, bro. I think he I know he be with the Manosphere. You know what I'm saying? He be on O'Shea's channel.
The Manosphere.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, we're in trouble if the Manosphere is the best representation of black men that we have. We're in a lot of trouble, man.
Right.
Either we're in trouble or we pretty much finished at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Dang.
Yes.
Ready to shut it down?
Yeah. All right, everybody.
Yeah, we're going to get out of here. So it's late.
All right. Thank you for having me on the panel, y'all. Dame Frankie.
Thanks for coming
Black Knight.
Appreciate it, man. Coming up.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. All right. If not tomorrow, I'll catch y'all definitely on Saturday.
No problem, man.
All right. Peace, power, unity, y'all.
Peace, power, unity.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. Let me thank the Lady Damester for having the Black Knight up. Always enjoy coming over to this channel. Going to the Lady Dame show. I like her show better. I like my own. So, Dame, I appreciate you having me on tonight.
Yes. Yeah, I'm glad you came up to talk about this topic. You know.
Yeah, do a good job. Did I do you right?
Oh, yeah. Answer the question and then some. All right, then, everybody. We're just going to end it with our usual musical number. All right. Peace, power, and unity, everybody. See you later tonight.
Peace.